All right, Aztecs fans. So there was news today from Pete Thamel. He is a college football or college sports insider, and he's definitely been in on the Pac-12 media stuff and San Diego State, where they're going to go. San Diego State, according to Pete Thamel earlier today, is expected to deliver a notice to the Mountain West today that it will not withdraw from the league, as the school previously stated it intended to do. San Diego State plans to move forward as part of the Mountain West. And this was not surprising to me because there was no Pac-12 media deal even close to being done. Who knows when that's going to happen? So San Diego State, they're not going to leave the conference, pay $17 million to leave the conference after this next year. And then 24-25, let's say that Pac-12 doesn't have an invite for them. They don't obviously have a home to go to a new conference, and they're just stuck not being able to fill out schedules for other sports. Like, they're not going to do that. So this is the safe thing. Will this delay it till 25-26? Let's say San Diego State gets an offer from the Pac-12 when this whole media rights thing is done and they have to join in 25-26. I don't think that's the end of the world. Like, San Diego State, again, they did not want to pay $17 million to maybe not even have a conference come 24-25. So this makes sense for them. The Mountain West, I guess they could say, San Diego State, you already said you were intending to leave. We see that as you have left. And so you're not back. You're not in the conference. But then a bunch of lawyers would have to get involved and all that. And San Diego State, like, technically they didn't say that they are leaving, like they have left, like this is their official resignation letter. President De La Torre just said, we intend to leave. So San Diego State doesn't look the best in this. Like, they said they intend to leave, and now they're not leaving. But they could leave still. So they still technically could be right. It would just be not 24-25. It would be 2025-2026, that year, where they leave to the Pac-12. I don't think the Big 12 is going to happen. I think it's the Pac-12 or staying in the Mountain West. Now, the Mountain West, keeping San Diego State, it's in their best interest to do so. They probably don't like San Diego State right now. Gloria Nevarez, the Mountain West commissioner, the new Mountain West commish. Mountain West, the presidents probably don't like San Diego State. Like, you made it to the Final Four, all this success, and now you're leaving. You don't want to be here. But San Diego State, they carry this conference in a lot of the sports. You look on the CBS games, right? The big CBS games. Who is the school there? Is it usually two non-San Diego State programs? Is it Boise State and Wyoming playing? CBS Sports, yeah, maybe. Yeah, because that's like the deal with the Mountain West. But I'm talking about big CBS on Saturdays. Who are playing in those games most of the time? San Diego State. I know San Diego State, their result last year with Arizona in the football, their first game at Snapdragon did not go up. It didn't go well, obviously. But who was playing in that game? It was San Diego State on big CBS. Like, they just went to the national championship game, right? Like, went to the Final Four. They brought in a bunch of money for the Mountain West, right? They carry this conference. So the Mountain West, they're probably looking at it as, yeah, it's our best interest to keep San Diego State in here. Don't, drag this on and say, no, you're not coming back. That doesn't help you immediately here, right? And who knows if San Diego State even leaves? Like, what if the Pac-12 folds or they don't invite San Diego State? I think State's still going to move to the Pac-12 at some point, assuming that the Pac-12 stays a conference. But for the Mountain West, take it. Take San Diego State for as long as you can in this conference, even though they don't want to be here. Take them, and then you'll still get money from them. Like, you still have to pay a fee. I think it's still the same $17 million if San Diego State leaves for 25-26. You're still going to get money from them, and you'll get your best Mountain West school still in the conference for at least another year. So again, today it wasn't a huge news day. This was just the deadline, so it confirmed that yes, San Diego State, they're not doing anything essentially. I thought that San Diego State just wasn't going to communicate with the Mountain West, like, so that they could have an out either way. But they said, yeah, we want to make it clear we're not resigning from the conference. We're not leaving the conference. We're staying for 24-25, because they didn't want the Mountain West to be able to say, yeah, you're not in this conference anymore because you intended to leave. And we took that as you're leaving. So I guess they made the smart decision there at the end. But really, San Diego State didn't do anything. From their side of view, They said we intend to leave, but they never officially said that they are leaving right now. So they're in the Mountain West. They were in the Mountain West entering today. They're still in the Mountain West. So really the story is they didn't exit the conference. They didn't do really anything. You know, they sent the letter. It's not like I get it. I did kind of mention earlier, like it might look like a little bit like they're crawling back to the Mountain West because they said they were going to leave and now they're not leaving, but they could leave in the future. So not the best look maybe. And that I've already seen it on social media. The perception is, yeah, San Diego State, they came crawling back to the Mountain West, but like technically, like actually they didn't crawl back. They were already in the Mountain West to begin with today. And they're just staying in the Mountain West. Don't think it was the best for President De La Torre, to be honest, to write that letter because there was the paper trail for it. Could have just done phone calls, but maybe that still would have gotten out. So, I mean, intending to leave, I don't even know if you needed to do that. I get they were hoping for an extension, but the extension was never going to happen. So that letter should have probably never even been communicated. And the only letter communicated probably should have been today, just saying, yeah, we're not leaving. I don't think you had, because when you said you intend to leave, now the Mountain West is pissed off at you, and now it's going to create all this stuff, you know? So, look, this isn't the desired outcome, at least for speaking as a San Diego State fan, someone who's going to be attending the university here. I want this school to be in the Pac-12. I want them to be in a better spot, but I don't think the Mountain West, it's the end of the world to be there for one more year. You know, I still think the university is going to be out of the Mountain West at some point, and they'll be in a Power 5 conference. We're just going to have to wait a little bit more. We're going to have to be more patient. And that's on Pac-12 media, the media rights and all that. That's not on San Diego State. San Diego State can't control when the Pac-12 media the Pac-12 media deal is signed. They can't control that. All they can control is, were they going to leave the conference and risk that and pay the fee and maybe not even have a conference for 24, 25, or stay in the conference, make the smart move. And then if you have to wait a year, you have to wait a year. You don't have to pay double the 17 mil to leave for 24, 25. Just go 25, 26. Again, if they get that offer. So there's the latest news from San Diego State. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you surprised that San Diego State is not headed to the Pac-12? Are you surprised that they stayed in the Mountain West? Are you surprised by anything that's gone on today? Let me know.